In today's video, we're going to talk about the National Football League's pride, Pittsburgh Steelers, and their unknown facts that you as the Steeler fan may not know. Consistency, loyalty, and a commitment to success on the field and in the community have made the Steelers not just one of the most respected teams in the NFL, but also in all of professional sports. The Steelers take pride in being the only team in the NFL that has won the greatest number of Super Bowl championships. Pittsburgh Steelers have been one of the most successful franchises in the history of the NFL. The Pittsburgh Steelers are one of the National Football League's most established franchises, as well as one of the most successful in the league. The Steelers were founded in 1933 by Art Rooney Sr. and are the fifth oldest franchise in the NFL. But before we dive in to know more about the Pittsburgh Steelers, if you are new to this channel, welcome! And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Here are 10 facts about Pittsburgh Steelers. Where the name Steelers originated. Did you know that the Pittsburgh Steelers were once the Pirates? Named after the city's baseball team, the Steelers were once called the Pittsburgh Pirates. They joined the Football League back in July 1933. Bearing the initial name before it was modified to what it is today. Art Rooney, the team's founding owner, changed things for a fresh start and renamed them the Steelers in honor of Pittsburgh's primary industry, steel mills. Not only did the name represent might and strength, but it also created a closer connection between the city and its football team. The Steelers' stolen logo. You might want to check your eyesight and your knowledge of the steel industry, because those three stars on your favorite football team's logo aren't actually stars. They're actually hypocycloids, and they were originally the logo for US Steel. Okay, so what's a hypocycloid? Basically, it's a diamond-like shape, and the three colors originally represented three essential components of steel making. In fact, it was so well known as a US Steel logo that the Steelers actually had to petition the company in order to place their team's name inside the logo's circle. Most number of Super Bowl victories. When getting to know a team, it is crucial to review their list of accomplishments and winning history to see if they are worth the support. As a distinguished squad on the playing field, Pittsburgh is undoubtedly one, if not the most successful team in the NFL. Pittsburgh have won the greatest number of Super Bowl victories in history, bringing home the Vince Lombardi Trophy 6 times, in 1975, 1976, 1979, 1980, 2006, and 2009. Along with them are the New England Patriots with 6 wins equally, and the San Francisco 49ers and Dallas Cowboys with 5 each. So if you're planning to bet on the Steelers this year and keep updated with their standings, don't forget to check NFL odds after every game. While the Steelers do lay claim to more Super Bowl victories than any other franchise, they were not always a very successful team. Sure, every team hit some rough patches now and then, but it wasn't until 39 years later that they won their first playoff game. Franco Harris's immaculate reception in 1972 versus the Oakland Raiders has long been known as one of, if not the best play in NFL history. That play propelled the Steelers to their first playoff victory. Granted, it was only their third try, but 39 years is a long time to wait before advancing to the second round of the playoffs. The 1970s Steel Curtain Defense. Pittsburgh is heavily known for their feared and unyielding defense. The infamous Steel Curtain, or their defensive line in the 1970s. Indeed, it was a vital part of their success, for it won them 4 Super Bowl wins out of their total 6. The NFL dynasty backed by the Steel Curtain consisted of the following star players: defensive tackles Mean Joe Green and Ernie Holmes, and defensive ends L.C. Greenwood and Dwight White. Succeeding Steelers also helped preserve the title, earning the team a well-deserved recognition in terms of defense. Chuck Knoll, the Emperor who changed the Steelers. The early Pittsburgh Steelers, 0 championship games and bad luck, were never the same after the arrival of the Emperor. Under the helm of head coach Chuck Knoll, the Steelers finally saw explosive, consistent success on the playing field. From excellent draft selections consisting of future Hall of Famers, down to defense-centric plays, the Steelers skyrocketed to victory and earned 4 Super Bowl wins in the 70s. Regarded as one of the best head coaches of all time, Knoll undoubtedly played a vital part in the jubilant history of the franchise. Now you know who paved the way. However, the team returned to that dominance in the 2000s, adding 2 more Super Bowls, one with coach Bill Cowher, and the 6th one under current coach Mike Tomlin. Pro Football Hall of Famers. In any sport, there will always be heroes and standouts. With their overall success, the Pro Football Hall of Fame recognizes several members of the Pittsburgh Steelers as influential figures in American professional football for their skills and excellence. And as a fan, it is only essential to know the distinguished Steelers inducted into that list. In total, there are 32 Hall of Famers on the team. A few of the following include Chuck Knoll, Joe Green, linebackers Jack Lambert and Jack Ham, quarterbacks Terry Bradshaw and Bobby Lane, and centers Dermontti Dawson and Mike Webster. Steelers Hall of Honor. The Steelers themselves also recognize the contribution of everyone to the success of the team. So aside from the appreciation from the larger Hall of Fame, Steelers president Art Rooney II announced the creation of the Steelers Hall of Honor. Currently, there are 45 members in the team's own Hall of Honor. It includes not only former players, but also coaches and contributors deemed vital to the success of the Pittsburgh Steelers, a commemorative measure surely fans will applaud. Charity work and advocacy. Outside the team's excellence in football, the franchise is also known for its dedication to giving back to society. The players themselves even lead the creation of a donation program for community organizations. For fans, their humility and generosity must be heartwarming. Aside from charity work on housing, food access, and education, the Steelers are also strong advocates for civil rights and equality. They donate their earnings to organizations supporting and empowering African American minorities and youth of color in low-income families. Steelers' various uniform styles. One very fun fact about the Steelers features their various uniform styles. In 2007, the Steelers introduced a new throwback uniform. It is worn twice each season, both times at home. One of those times is reversed for when their arch-rival Baltimore Ravens come to town each year. In the 2008-2009 season, the Steelers became the first franchise to reach 6 Super Bowl victories, and also achieved another NFL first. They became the first NFL team to beat the same team, the Ravens in this case, wearing 3 different uniforms in the same season. The throwbacks were worn in Week 4 when the Ravens came to Pittsburgh. The white road uniforms were worn later in the year in Baltimore, and the regulation black home uniforms were worn against Baltimore during the AFC Championship game played at Heinz Field. Pittsburgh also called Pirates. When speaking about Pittsburgh, one automatically associates the name Pirates with the city's baseball team. However, the name Pirates was used for 2 other franchises. The NHL franchise in Pittsburgh from 1925 to 1930 was known as the Pirates. When Art Rooney founded the football team in 1933, their first few games were played at the Pittsburgh Pirates Forbes Field, home of the city's baseball team. As was the custom in that era, Rooney named his team after his current landlords, the Pirates. Rooney's timing with founding the football team was absolutely perfect. It was confusing enough having 2 teams with the same name, but 3 would have been disastrous had the hockey team still been around at the time. The football team wouldn't change names until 1940. If you are a curious beginner to the NFL or American football in general, the Pittsburgh Steelers will be worthy of all your bets and support. With the facts discussed above and more, the Steelers continuously prove to be the best, most successful football team in the league. Would you think that Pittsburgh Steelers might win this year's Super Bowl championship? Which of these facts fascinated you the most? Let us know in the comments below.